time. It's a good day. Heading out to the PGA show today. And my video for tomorrow is supposed to be, well, today, when you're watching it, it's the SM8 launch of the SM8s. Now, my gamers were supposed to be here. I was hoping they'd be here, but they weren't here. All these chickens follow me. They think I'm gonna feed them. Anyways, they're not here. So what I'm gonna do is explain to you the technology going into the SM8s, which I did in my preview video, sort of. I teased it. So now in this video, I'm gonna show you what all the hype is about and how it works. But come on, I'll show you. Where is it? Here we go. Okay, let's go. Got it. Whoa, that's hot. Hot potato. Almost dropped in the pool. Funny enough, this is the only club I'm bringing with me to the PGA show. Who goes to a golf show and doesn't bring their golf clubs? Got one. So you saw me at TPI, Titleist Center in Oceanside, hitting the SM8s, all right? And I was showing you their, sort of showing you the prototype model that they did. Now, here's the challenge with the SM7, or all wedges in general, right? Watch this. With golf clubs, if you want the ball to go high, you move the weight low and back, okay? If you want the ball to go low, you move the weight of the club up higher. Here's the problem. This is a 60-degree lofted wedge. Notice that the higher I get the weight, what happens is the top line gets thicker. Okay, you don't want that thick top line in your wedge. Look at that, how thick that is. It's like looking down at a dang anvil. You don't want that when you're hitting a wedge. You want a thin top line, at least, most people do. Anyways, here's what happens is, you need it thick because you're moving weight up here to help keep the ball low. To flight it down with your wedges is what you want. So that's good, but then you get that thicker top line. Does that make sense? Of course it does. It might not, it is my video. All right, so you've got the weight going up to help flight that ball lower with your wedges. Because with the wedges, you got loft, that gets it in the air. The weight is gonna help keep it down. Because you want low wedges, high long irons. Here's the problem. Look at that. The more lofted the club, as you add weight and it gets higher, it gets farther away from where you want it. You want the weight really out here. Okay, so if it's a long iron or a driver, it's easy to keep that weight forward, because you want the weight forward also. But the higher you get the weight, the farther back it goes. That's not good. So some crazy guy at Titleist made this prototype, which I'm going to show you right now, and what it did was it moved all the weight out from behind the ball and put it up in front. Check this out. This is the SM8 technology, top secret. What happens if I hit the nub? You serious? Wow. I mean, one shot. Dude, Okay, SM7, 64 degree. I couldn't get it to the flag. I mean, good shots, but they were just short, whatever. Same exact club, SM8 technology, all past the pin, like 2 yards and spun back. I mean, those were, dispersion was even tighter. It was the same swing, same everything. Totally different feel, night and day.
The only way to get the CG high enough with this much loft is we put a giant slug of tungsten all up in here, and we buried it underneath the club. So we had this huge slug of tungsten, and we came out here, and Kevin DeCistro played in the USAM at Pebble Beach, is a phenomenal golfer. And he and I both came out, we started hitting wedges, and we both felt like total chops. We could not hit the club. It was the worst club we'd ever hit. The worst.
Wow.
And it triggered something, and this is why R&D guy's the best. Because Kevin just starts going, it like gnawed at him, like, why is this the worst club I've ever hit? So he started thinking about it. He's like, okay, what properties changed? And he goes, oh, I wonder if I move the CG forward if I get something better. And so he went and made this, and we were all just like, hey dude, what are you doing? And we all hit it, and it's the best thing we've ever hit. And so that's why the first innovation, the very first SM8 prototype is a 64, is because that was the spark. That was the innovative spark that now led to the SM8 line.
Okay, technology here, this was the, let's say, the idea, and then this has become this. This would be the equivalent of the wedge that I have in my bag in the SM8 technology. So same grind, same bounce, same everything. Okay, so here is what the technology is. What they've done with the wedge is pretty unique. They've taken the weight off the top, out of the top, and they put some around the front toe, up in this area. Then they've taken the other, and on the SM8, the hosel, they've lengthened it. So the more lofted wedge, the longer the hosel, okay? And then they've custom weighted the hosel in certain areas so that by moving the weight out into the toe and up the hosel, they've essentially transferred the weight from back here to right up here in this area, in kind of this imaginary space. But that's where the CG is now, the center of gravity. So it helps keep that ball flight low, driving, spin, all that good stuff, just by kind of configuring the weights and the hosel in the club head. Specifically, so it's different for every loft. The hosel length, the weights in the toe, all that good stuff. So the more loft, the easier it is to transfer that weight up here through geometry, engineering, all the good stuff. So anyways, you start losing some of those high right shots that you would get, these kind of dead wedge shots, we call them, where you kind of miss it high and right and come up way short. That is gone. So I'm pretty impressed with the new technology and the performance of the higher lofted wedges. As you get to the lower lofted wedges, pitching wedge, gap wedge, you don't feel the technology as much, although it's still a little bit different, but you really feel it more in the 58, 60, 62, 64 degrees. That's where you really start to notice the difference the more loft you get. So that's the new SM8 wedge. It's pretty exciting technology, and I think moving forward it's really going to change and revolutionize the wedge game, and it's exciting what Vokey and the SM8 line is doing. So hope you liked the video. Check them out. You can get more info about their wedges on their website. I'll link that in the description below. Be sure to check it out. Got videos coming all week from the PGA show. Exciting week. Love you guys. See you in the next video.